Yo guys, I hope you guys doing great. I hope you guys doing amazing, right? I was here thinking something and this new thought just crossed my mind. And this is the reason why I'm recording this, because I've overcome doubt now, something like that. So I've been feeling in my heart something like this, right? Right now in my business and things like that, business is getting better because the things that I was visualizing and I wanted them to happen so much in my business, they are starting to happen, right? And I can see them like, okay, so this thing is actually happening, the way it ought to happen and things like that. So these are good things. These are great news. But here's the thing is that at the same time, it is time for me, to step out of my comfort zone and go, dedicating more hours, more understanding, putting more and more fine things like that, so that I push hard in my business and I had bigger results, in the business, moves faster, not only for myself, but also so that those who are already, in my organization that have trusted me, with the leadership, with the position of being their mentor, of being their lead and things like that, so that they are inspired. Because me, myself also, I was inspired, to work more on my business when I saw my own sponsor, my own mentor, direct mentor, right, do more, get better results, right, and qualify for private things and bigger things in the business. When I saw him moving, I was like, wow. Wow, my mentor is top 10. Wow, now my mentor is top 3. Wow, my mentor this, my mentor that. Wow, so my mentor has recruited this many people, in the organization, into the organization, and all these kind of things. So basically, when I saw my mentor, right, move, I was like, okay, I can do this too, right? Because if he is my mentor and he's teaching me directly and he's doing this, then I know that he is my mentor. He will not withhold these things from me. He will literally come to me and tell me, this is what I've done, this is what I did, so that he also sees me get in that position, right, as he is my mentor. And indeed, this is what he did. He would jump into calls with us and he would tell us, like, you guys are seeing the numbers and everything. I did A, B, C, D, and then bigger results. I did A, B, C, D, bigger results. I did A, B, C, D, and all these kind of things, right? So right now I am feeling that I ought to put myself out there more. But here's the thing: I was battling this thought. I had this thing of go and comment with tell one of your, now tell your mentor and tell one of your mentees, right? Tell one of your business partners, right? That basically you are going to qualify for Galadina, you are going to qualify for Miami, you are going to also qualify for UK. So just go and tell them this, right? And then do the other things that you must do, run the plan of fill your room with papers, that remind you of these, like immerse yourself into this frequency, into this image, like travel, abandon this current situation and go live there in the future, where you have already, become this person and things like that. Like, go through the process, accept the process, accept the challenge and things like that. But I was battling this thought that was telling me, you know what, don't tell your mentor, because if you tell him that this is what you want and you not achieve it right, and you don't achieve it right, you're gonna look like a failure, or you're gonna look like someone that doesn't holds to his word, someone that doesn't keep his word. You're gonna look like that. If you tell your business partner, right, that has trusted you in the position that you are as his mentor, to some extent and things like that, if you tell him that and he's like, okay, I'm expecting you to actually qualify, I'm expecting you to get better, right, and you don't qualify, you're gonna look like a failure to him and you're gonna lose authority, right? But then there is this new thought that came, which was the first time probably, this new thought that came that told me, you know what, have the courage to bet, and say that, you know what this thought told me, it was a bit aggressive, this voice said to me something like this, which one is harder, you buying a Lamborghini? Which one is harder, you buying a Lamborghini? I have many multiple supercars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, many supercars, right, like this, because I love cars and they are basically a process of manifestation. But it was like, this voice told me, which one is harder, you buying a Lamborghini or you qualifying Galadina? Which one is harder, you buying a Lamborghini or you going to Miami? You buying a Lamborghini or you qualifying to actually go right to UK? And I was like, let's just be honest, right? The hardest one and the most unlikely, stuff. And I'm not gonna say unlikely, right? But between the two, the one that the most is of course the Lamborghini, because it's a big achievement, requires a lot more than this. And then that was told me, but yet, even though like that was told me, like, which one is harder, you buying a Lamborghini or you qualifying for Galadina? I was like, okay, that's a good question, a Lamborghini. And that was told me, yet, you are not afraid of telling people around you that you're gonna own multiple supercars, yet you're not afraid of telling people, that you just met, that you're gonna be a supercars owner, you're gonna own a collection of supercars and things like that, like you have the courage to bet into something that big, something that big, of telling like people like, dog, by the time I leave this earth, I will have had, will have many supercars and stuff like that, multiple supercars. But something like Galadina, you're afraid of failing it. Like, dog, you are so certain about getting a Lamborghini, but you are so uncertain of going to Galadina, like something as small as that. Like, are you serious now? So that was basically, like, told me that, and I was like, oh shit, it actually makes sense. It actually makes sense. How come I have the courage to tell people, I'm gonna own Lamborghinis, I'm gonna own Ferrari supercars, but I don't have the courage of telling someone like, I'm going to Galadina, right? And what if you fail? I've said this to myself before. I'd rather die failing, I'd rather die, believing in myself than living doubting myself. So right now it's like me myself. I am standing. How can I say? It's like me myself. I'm doubting my own principle, right? That I've adopted to my life, which is rather live believing in yourself, die believing in yourself, than living doubting yourself. I'd rather, get to the last minute, last second of my life, whilst I didn't achieve these things, but I believed every single day that I was moving towards achieving those things, rather than living every day, for years and years, but doubting that I could get there, doubting that I can get there. It doesn't really make sense, right? So this is pretty much it, because to be honest with you, as they say, success is a journey, it's not a destination. So it is you living in the state of, oh, I'm getting closer, oh, this thing has manifested, oh, we're becoming better, oh, let's face this challenge. It is you, being constantly in that state of, damn, I'm getting better. Now people around me are getting better because I've gotten better. Now people that will never even know my name or surname will get better because I've gotten better. You know why? Because of me, because of my transformation, I've become an important piece for transformation of more people and stuff like that. That are the ones that are the generation of those people. So like multiple people that I know and I don't know their names, they're just gonna be impacted by my transformation, and then they're just gonna get better. The same way that right now for instance, I'm watching videos of this guy. He's big in network marketing, right? I'm watching videos of this guy. He's called David Imonitinier. He doesn't even has a clue that I exist, but his life, his story, his videos, they're impacting me. This guy is probably seeing, in some of his videos 1 million, views and stuff like that. He doesn't know who are these 1 million people, but people are being influenced and impacted by him, right? So the same thing is gonna happen in my life, right? Some people that I will never even know that they existed, they will never even know, how can I say? I mean, some of them will never even know that I exist, but whatever it is, that I am living here, I'm sitting here, they're still gonna eat from these fruits, and those fruits are gonna keep going and stuff and multiplying and all these kind of things, right? So die believing rather than living doubting yourself, right? Now I gotta go and tell my mentor, I gotta go and tell my business partner that basically, right, I'm qualifying for these things. And from there, I gotta live in that constant state of anxiety, until I qualify and all these kind of things. But again, even if I miss this time, I will for sure, be a lot closer now that I've set this goal and I've put myself, under pressure than I would have been if I just never even tried, if I just kept quiet and things like that, and I didn't even try, I didn't even take it that serious and things like that. It's like, it's like my uni. I mean, my first uni, my first year in uni, I will make it. Despite the challenges, I will make it. You know why? Because I have to make it. Because if I don't make it, it means that very likely, it's either I'm repeating the year, we have to spend a lot of money again on school and stuff like that. But the worst thing that could happen is I would have to go back to my country, whilst I'm not on time to go back. So I have nothing against my country going back. I can go back to my country, but it's not time yet. I have to build something still before I go there, right? So this is pretty much it, right? So I want to bring this same certainty to the business. Like, I'll make this thing happen, dog. I don't know how and stuff. All I know is that I'll make it. I have no clue about the challenges I'll still face in school, right? I'll still face in university, sorry, right? And stuff like that. I have no clue about the work that I'll still have to do, the research I'll still have to do, the projects and stuff like that. I have no clue how much time they will take, how much hard they will be, but I know that there's gonna come some hard times, right? Pressure and pressure and things like that, but I know that I'll make it regardless. Despite everything, I'll still make it. So I want to bring this same certainty to the business, right? That, dog, despite anything that's gonna happen, I know I'm gonna make it this year. So the same thing, despite anything that may happen in the process, I will succeed in my business, right? I'll qualify in everything, and not only for myself, but also for them. For some reason, this business is teaching me to be selfless, right? To become more and more selfless. I'm still selfish to some extent, of course, but to become more and more selfless, right? To want my progress and my success, not only for myself, but also for those around me that will benefit from it, from my growth, right? They will benefit from a better version of myself. So, like, I'm just sharing this with you guys, because again, I'm documenting things here, right? I'm gonna come and show you guys some results, in a very, very few. But, like, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And this is also, again, another reason for me to document this, right? Is also for you guys that today are my business partners. But today that you're watching this, you may be my business partner, or you may be considering and studying me, and stuff like that. I'm aware of this. I will do the same. I'll go and study the person that I'm gonna become their business partners, right? I'll do the same, right? And this is for you guys to see the journey, that I don't know how good I am at the time that you have met me, right? But before I was here, and before being here, I was somewhere else, doubting more. Now I believe more. By the time you have met me, or by the time you meet me, I'm certainly believing a lot more. I'm certainly a lot sharper, a lot stronger, and all these kind of things, right? Because this is just a journey of life, right? Evolution. So this video is just me documenting this whole journey, the process of my mind changing, and most importantly, what are the thoughts, right, that I started having, the renewing of my mind, the thoughts that I started having, that they have led me to have new actions and new results and all these kind of things, new associations or deeper associations with the right people, which is also extremely important, right? Not everything is new. Sometimes it's just go stronger in those basic things. But, like, yeah, so guys, yeah, right, I'm also gonna post this video, and by the time you guys see this, I will most likely have already sent a message to my mentor and also to my business partner, letting them know that I'm qualifying, right, for Galadina. I'm qualifying VIP. So, like, yeah, guys, God bless you guys. Stay sharp in your belief, stay sharp in your understanding, right? God bless you, right? And I'll see you guys next time. And if you guys want to text me on IG, please don't hesitate, right? Come approach me, come text me, and, like, yeah, I'm very, very likely going to respond to you, right? And have a very, very productive convo with you, so, like, yeah, don't hesitate, come approach me, let's talk. And, yeah, guys, enjoy now that I'm still accessible, because the way things are happening in life, one day I'll become less and less accessible, not only by choice, but because it's going to be the best thing at that specific stage of my life to be less accessible. So, like, yeah, that's pretty much it. God bless you guys, and that's it, guys. Let's go.